Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Alex is all in on Kristen's rearmost scheme, and Maggie presents Konstantin with a prenup. After packing up the last of her effects at Titan, Teresa stops by Alex's office. He asks her to drop papers off for Maggie to subscribe because she's generally not too pleased to see him. Teresa passes. Once she walks out that door, she's all the way done. However, he offers to hold on to her hard drive full of everything she did at Bella, if she's not going home straight down. He'll guard it. Teresa seductively leans over his office, calling him a Napoleon. His eyes loiter on her fractionalization. At the DiMera manse, Kristen agrees over the phone to chaperone Rachel's field trip. She incontinently regrets it upon hanging up. She calls Brady to fill in for her. It'll be the perfect place for him to be with Rachel, considering he can only have supervised visits. Though bothered with her, Brady agrees to it for his son. In the square, John muses to Steve how odd it's that Konstantin's ex-wife fell off the grid. Perhaps Konstantin had commodity to do with it. Steve says if he killed his ex-wife, there's no telling what he'll do to Maggie. With his visa expiring, John worries Konstantin will ramp up his sweats to get Maggie's plutocrat before he has to leave. That's why they ain't let their guard down, Steve says. Watch Days on Peacock, $5.99 by now. At the Kiriaki's manse, Maggie shocks Xander and Sarah with news of her and Konstantin's engagement. She explains it's a name only to make up for what Victor did to him. Xander calls it insane and dangerous. You ain't do this, Maggie. We ain't let you. At Titan, Alex asks Teresa to regale, but she has to job quest. He assures her there's no rush on her moving out if she's upset about rent. Either, once the will clears probate, he'll be back at the manse. She's authentically happy for him. Still, she likes to earn her upkeep and won't rest until she finds commodity. He pensively watches her leave and lets out a long breath. Further Chicago Med fave to FBI International. Alex arrives at the Kiriaki's manse with Maggie's Titan contract. Before she signs, she discloses that she's marrying Konstantin so he can stay in the country. Alex votes no on that decision. Maggie reminds him it's not over to him. She tells him to leave the contract and to see himself out. Xander follows him. Though understanding, Sarah tells Maggie if Konstantin hurts her, forget Xander, he'll have her to answer to. Announcement when Teresa runs into Konstantin in the domain, he suggests they've a double marriage. She assures him she's doing her damnedest to drive Alex crazy. He's formerly taken 2 cold showers moment, so they renear. He suggests she make her move. Further Virgin River star goes behind the camera in the DiMera living room. A beaming Kristen leans toward Rachel at the DiMera manse. Kristen addresses with someone on the phone about setting up education. Upon hanging up, she vows to get in the board's good graces. Rachel enters the living room with the authorization slip for Kristen to subscribe. When she learns her daddy is going, Rachel asks her mammy to go too. Kristen promises they're working on getting along better, but it's stylish if Rachel just spend hereafter with her pater. Kristen tells her she has a swain named Alex, who she thinks Rachel will really like. When Rachel runs off to get a cookie, Kristen calls Alex to come over. After Alex hangs up in the Kiriaki's foyer, Xander approaches him. He vows to do what he can to keep Maggie from marrying Konstantin. Further, is Maggie leaving FBI? Alex furrows his brow at Xander, who looks off with a confused expression. Announcement: Teresa sits with Brady at the cantina. She tears up feeling like a failure, both professionally and tête-à-tête. Brady hypes her up and says she has the power to decide what she wants. She allowed. She wanted plutocrat and a demanding job, but perhaps that's where she went wrong. Rather of pursuing what she's passionate about and making it work with someone she loved, her aspect lingers on Brady. She got sidetracked. She made plutocrat her precedence. Who the hell said you ain't have it all? Brady prodigies. Teresa leans in. Perhaps I can have it all, she says with a soft smile. In the square, Steve questions the sincerity of Konstantin's remission. Konstantin passes by. He mirthfully states he's forgiven John, because if anyone is to condemn, it's Steve. He knew Victor was destroying John's life, but he no way tried to stop it. In fact, Steve let John suffer all these times while keeping his mouth shut. After he departs, Steve asks John if he's buying any of that. Konstantin's just trying to produce a rift between them. John glowers. Further, the day icons, no way nominated for an Emmy, wrapped in each other's arms, Alex kisses Kristen's neck. She throws back her head and corridor her lips. Kristen leads Alex to her bedroom, suggesting they escalate effects to make Brady and Teresa sick with covetousness. Maybe he spends the night with her, so Rachel sees him in the morning and tells Brady. Okay, cool. So, now this part of the plan involves traumatizing your child? No, she purrs, cozying up to him. They will just snuggle, but Brady will suppose they had frenetic, passionate coitus. Plus, Alex not coming home will shoot an important communication to Teresa. Alex thinks Rachel is smart and will see right through it. However, they need to go for it, if they were going to do it. He deeply kisses her. She rips open his shirt and pushes him to the bed. She crawls on top of him, and they continue to make out passionately. Further, Lindsay Godfrey knew incontinently what to submit for Emmy nom after Brady brightens her mood at the cantina. Teresa says she should go home to Alex. Brady snoots. What the hell is going on? Teresa lowers her eyes. Brady takes it back. It's none of his business. He just hopes whatever is going on with Alex makes her happy. She tells him they're just roommates, but not with benefits. He asks if she wants it to change. She's not sure. Perhaps she overreacted by breaking up with him. Perhaps she pushed him too far. Announcement at the cantina, Brady gestures to Teresa, who sits across the table from him. Further, why Emily O'Brien's Emmy nom was redundant, surprising. Konstantin brings Maggie flowers and a box of chocolates at the manse. Maggie hands him a prenup. He flinches, but happily signs it. She puts it in the wall safe as Konstantin hardly watches. In the square, Sarah tries to help Xander wrap his mind around Maggie marrying Konstantin. Xander wants Maggie to find happiness, just not with a gold-digging reprobate with ties to systematized crime. It wouldn't be possible to accept that man into their family. Maggie averts her eyes as Konstantin signs a document in the Kyriakis manse. Coming on Days of Our Lives, Eric follows the plutocrat to Leo, and Nicole decides on her coming step. Kristen lures Alex to bedroom. Rachel trick leads to real night together. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers recap for Thursday, April 25th, reveals that Teresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, finished packing up her things at the office and rejected Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, request to take some contract papers over to Maggie Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers. Teresa explained that she made a pledge to herself that she'd be officially done at Titan when she walked out those doors. Teresa felt like Alex should start learning how to get along with Maggie. Affects took a kittenish turn between them, but Teresa still declined Alex's regale assignation since she had some job stalking to do. Alex sounded frustrated as he watched Teresa walk out the door. At the Domain on Thursday's day's occasion, Teresa ran into Konstantin Meliunis, John Capello's, and learned his espousal with Maggie would be passing just as soon as she could make the arrangements. Konstantin suggested about making it a double marriage with Alex and Teresa, but Teresa obviously hadn't made enough progress for that. Indeed so, Teresa refocused out that Alex had to take 2 cold showers lately, so she felt like she was succeeding in driving him crazy. Coming on Thursday's DOOL show, Teresa joined Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, at the cantina, where she admitted she felt like a failure, both professionally and tête-à-tête. Brady gave Teresa a vim talk, so she called him a good man. After Brady claimed it took a damn good woman to notice, he questioned what was going on between Teresa and Alex. Teresa admitted they were just roommates for now, but she left the door open for that to change and admitted she might be been too hasty about breaking up with Alex over Thenan proposal.